Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Simple Weapons Tournament. This time we have the two balls and the shark by doomagent13 with the two mini autocannon drones and the monitor style ship with a single 150mm casemate gun. Which apparently is shooting subcavitation ash. It's facing the Ledale of the Sulfur Rain by Cythphn, which is a cannon barrage ship. It uses the larger simple cannons from the Age of Sail, all packed into this nice boat shape. Great hull shaping, and is accompanied by the Sulfur Rain, a simple plane with the 8-barrel anti-air gun. This might be the last time we see these entries, so let's have it. Let's have at it. Round 1, start. The shark opens the volley eating the Ledale, but looks like it doesn't catastrophic hit. Meanwhile, the cannons on the Ledale are hitting the... well, not exactly the monitor, but actually the smaller ships. Those have been taken out of the air, focused on by the Ledale and the Cythphn. And the Sulfur Rain. They're still functional, so that might be a problem. Oh, we have a collision here. Looks like the shark tried to ram the Ledale, and apparently did so successfully, but it kinda got messed up. Oh, it was perfectly took out the AI on the Ledale, which is exactly what it needed to do. Now let's see if the craft can't actually hit the Sulfur Rain from this far. I was mistaken before. I thought the Sulfur Rain was kinda like a bomber. Looks like it's an orbiter. And it might be immune to the type of damage the shark and the balls of doom can put out. But let's see. We still have 3 minutes 30 in the clock. I can see the Sulfur Rain hitting, but I don't see the damage. The health percentages on the balls dropping, so it might be that they're still not using blocks. Yeah, let's close up. Yeah, several hits occur, but no actual block damage. It seems the anti-air gun is insufficient to damage the 1-meter armor that the both of them have, 1-meter metal. The shark keeps trying to shoot the Ledale, but I fear the shells are too slow for proper hit. It looks like the ball lost something from all the tickling. The guns got taken out. And the Sulfur Rain has also lost health in the meanwhile. So it's not at 100% anymore. It's still doing a lot better than before, where it's almost immediately got a wing taken out. So let's see if it can still do something in the 2 minutes left in the match. At least take out one of all of them. Which have exposed ammo. Against something with higher explosion, they would be easy to take out. But at the moment, they have the armor facing exactly what they need to. which keeps them alive. Yet another block fell off the ball, and one is finally taken out. Which means it now focuses on the second support flyer, which is the only thing that should be able to damage it. And this time it got through the top armor, which means it will actually do damage to the interior bits of this wall. The Cythphn keeps being relatively immune to the autocannon fire, and the casemate guns here aren't accurate enough to take it out. Or they don't seem accurate enough to take it out. Looks like both of them lost the AI control of the turret, but I can still see the AI in there, so it's still alive for now. And it's gone. 3 seconds left on the clock. And the victory goes to the Shark through higher HP level, but the Cythphn did manage to take out the accompanying craft, and I think eventually, if the ammo doesn't run out, the Cythphn will take out the Shark. I have no idea how long it would take, but since there are no repairs on this armament, the Shark would eventually die of attrition. Anyhow, let's get on to round 2 of this match. Here we go again, round 2, start. Again, the casemate can start hitting the lead hole before it can fire, but the lead hole just shot a volley into the monitor. That is the Shark, doing some surface damage to the armor, but it didn't take out the gun, which is one of the important points. It's nice because the cannons do take out lots of the monitor, even though it's a lot more heavily armored and uses the water to bounce off some shells. Oh, and there goes the gun, so if the Shark doesn't go into ramming mode, it should lose the fight against the lead hole. And it currently looks like it wants to broadside. Lead hole is turning away. In the meanwhile, the Cythphn managed to down one of the balls of them. The second one is still in the air, shooting its autocannon into nothing. Oh yeah, so it's trying to shoot the autocannon into the lead hole. The lead hole keeps battering down the monitor. It's the Shark, which is kinda acting like a sub right now, but it's over the permitted depth, so we get to have a sub in this tournament. Oh, it's actually pretty close to one of the balls. Hope it won't ram it. The Cythphn remains immune to the damage all this time, but I think it's not being focused on for now. And the Shark is doing its best to distract the lead from the smaller drones, which might be able to do something to it. It looks like it has lost a turret. Hopefully not from friendly fire, but it clearly looks like it's shooting a lot less often since it was the needed ammo generator. Oh, the ball is being taken out, but I think the Shark might be going in for a ram. Will it be this time? The Shark surviving the lead hole would mean it could take a win out of this match, but if it won't ram, I don't think it has a chance. And it's time for the whale to run away. It's apparently slower than the two props the shark has, but the shark doesn't seem to want to ram this time, which is it's bad for him. It means this will likely go to a third round. This ball still focusing down the whale. Doesn't seem to be very effective at damaging it. And the sulfur rain is now back at striking down the drone here. When it gets through the deep blade, it will likely take out the drone. It's perfectly doing its job as a support craft, the sulfur rain. And the ship here, the little cannon boat, still trying to take out the underwater shark, which, as you can see, it's awesomely armored against that cannon fire and uses the water line as a defense. Without the little casemate cannon on top, it won't be able to take out the lead hail. And the rams are getting eroded away, and the propulsion is getting eroded away too. The health difference is actually big enough for the whale to have a secure win here, especially if this drone gets taken out. But it just turned itself the right way to be defended. So I think this might be the end of round 2. Yes, with the victory going to the lead hail and the sulfur rain by Cythphn. Let's head on to match number 3. To round number 3, sorry. Between the shark and the lead hail. Begin. This time the initial volley from the shark missed Cythphn's boat, but it's finally taking some damage. However, I can see the cannon fire already hitting the only part above the water the shark has. Sometimes the casemate gun, which is its main weaponry. Well, not exactly the main weaponry, as we've seen and they've been told in the comments. The shark is actually supposed to be a ramming ship. The fact it's not ramming, it's really undermining its firepower. And the lead hail is just happy to be away from the shark and fire it from a distance. Well, that was a significant hit from the shark on the lead hail's profile. So one of the drones is already down. It seems that the top part of it is fragile enough for the sulfur rain to take out quickly. And then it has to get through all those remaining parts until it cores the inside out of the drones. Where is the... Oh, it seems that the shark has already lost its only single gun. Maybe it should have done what the Inquinus did and have a lower underwater mounted cannon on it, so it could keep it protected from a fire from above, which is what you're likely to get in this kind of conflict. I doubt there is a weapon capable of hitting from below, like a torp would. Sulfur rain remains unscathed. One of the balls got taken out and should be despawning. Consistently, it's on the drone. The drones can tank that type of damage pretty well, but they eventually get eroded away, as we can see over here. It still has exposed squishy bits above. Oh, and it's nighttime. We get to see the shark by night. Here it is. So all the ramming apparatus still functional, but no running behavior occurring. And the whale trying to shoot at an underwater target. An armor's underwater target. But I fear this round is going to the whale by Cythphn. Unless the sharks decides to ram an hostile opponent and not the drop. Oh, maybe it's yeah. The shark seems to be chasing after the planes rather than the. Yeah, maybe that's the problem here. It's been chasing after the plane all the time, and it's not actually chasing after a target it can hit. Let's see if the plane makes. Yeah, it's chasing after the plane. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue in a ramming ship. If you don't try to ram other ships before you ram the planes, you kinda lose the purpose of your ramming. And the shark really needed to take out the whale before it took out the plane. The remaining ball of doom is pretty battered. It has exposed ammo, being it, but still able to tank a few direct. That's 40mm fire, I think, or 20. I'm not sure. Yeah, and there it goes. The last ball gets taken out, and the lonely shark, pretty defanged shark, is now being rained upon. Oh, and it's now going down into the depths. It has decided to not leave anymore because one of its propellers are taken out. The bottom one, the top one usually keeps it still afloat. It looks like losing the bottom one first pretty much means it goes into the depths. And as a proper submarine, the shark is going to get disqualified. The victory goes to the whale. And the sulfur rain, where is it? By Cythphn. I'll see you next match. Thank you for watching.